Week 7, day 2, 14:30 hours.
Get in line, look your weapon.
This is the closest thing to real training ever gets. Live ammunition, 5-man fire team, and a pockmarked hill deep within the military reservation. Close combat, they call it. For the men of the 3rd Platoon, it's an afternoon in the sun. Cocky and confident, they think of themselves as battle-hardened veterans. Time was when a run like this would leave the men of the 3rd Platoon exhausted. Now it's a way to work up an appetite. It will end as it began, here on the dusty ground of physical training area number 1. No man can graduate from basic training without meeting the minimum requirements of the physical combat proficiency test. Any man who fails will be given 1 additional chance the following day. If he fails then, he will be recycled and must undergo additional training until he can. On this field on the afternoon of day 6, week 1, the men of the 3rd Platoon found out what the Army expected of them. The expectation must now be fulfilled.
Come on, Hendrickson. Come on, Hendrickson. Come on. Come on, Henderson. Come on. Come on.
Maximum score is 100. Ed Hendrickson made 70.
Go back, you're up with them. Keep going, right?
This one's easy. Bright picks up a few extra points. Gary Steelberg is averaging 80 points an event, more than enough to pass.
Come on, Larry. On the starting line, yes.
Tom Farrell scores the minimum. He'll have to pick up points on the next event.
Get down. Keep it down, Bill. Move out.
The enemy is time. The distance is only 40 yards. But for a maximum score, it's got to be done in 23 seconds.
Put the pivot on your belly. Reach down. Come on, Farrell.
To pass, you must do it in 36 seconds. The mile run is the wind-up, the last chance to meet the minimum, 300 points, or be recycled. The official score will not be known till morning. Each man, however, has kept his own tally. Tom Bright, 307. Dick Calley's 456. Gary Steelberg, 464. Bobby Hubbard, 472. Joe Hudson, 303. Jim Hawk, 410. Tom Farrell, 317. Ed Hendrickson, without a smile for the first time, scored 327. They all made it. Day 4, week 8.
I have assignment instructions.
The speaker is Company B's Top Sergeant, Armand Beatty.
I will call off the names, and I will call off the m.o.s. that you're going to be trained in. Or if you're going to OJT, on-the-job training. To keep me from having to stand here and tell each and every one of you what the m.o.s. means, you can go up yourself and look on the board, find that m.o.s., and you can see what that training is. Bright, m.o.s. 91E1. Kelly's.
Here, Sergeant.
OJT, m.o.s. 51D2. Farrell.
Here.
OJT, m.o.s. 70A1.
I got a supply. Yeah. I made it. Finally. Ooh, I don't have to worry.
Are you a dentist?
Yeah, man.
How you doing? I'm going to be a dental specialist in Fort Riley, Kansas.
What I'll be is something like a company clerk. But that's on-the-job training. I don't have to go through any AIT.
These were actual assignments. 48 men in the 3rd platoon, 41 will be in combat support, 7 in combat arms. In their Class A dress uniforms for the first time, the men of the 3rd platoon abandoned the barracks. This is the last time they will march together. No longer will the platoon be a team. Today is graduation day. Day 5, week 8.
This is your ceremony, a ceremony which is designed to recognize publicly your change of status from that of basic trainee to trained soldier of the United States Army. To each and every one of you, the very best of the 3rd Brigade, good luck. The Army is full of slogans and time-honored cliches. And perhaps the saddest one is this: transfers cancel friendships until the next post do we meet. In a typical basic training unit like Company B, about half the men will go to advanced individual training in armor, artillery, engineering, infantry, or signal corps. And many will end up in combat arms units in Vietnam or elsewhere. For every man in combat, however, there are 7 men who back him up in supply, transport, medical aid, food, and equipment. Those are the odds. About 1 man in every 8 will serve in the combat arms, and it's the man at the front, ultimately, who gets the job done.